months.
There you go.
Wow.
Well, you know, if she's not here, I would come online, but she would be spending the night most of the time. Hey, you notice that the flag is gone? It feels kind of naked back there.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Pretty much everything is gone, to be honest.
Yeah, all we can see is those incredibly well-maintained blinds behind you.
Hey, those blinds were like that before my ex-wife left. They've been maintained perfectly since she left, in the state they were in when she left, except for the fact that they are now white again because they were black when she left. Okay, so I cleaned them. I cleaned the motherfuckers.
I love the fact that you cleaned those shitty blinds instead of just replacing them. Oh, that's great.
That's a big window. You know how much a blind like that costs? Too much. That's why I was like, hey, I have a big flag, and that's why the Irish flag went up. So when the people that bought this house bought the house, they said they wanted all window coverings. And I talked to my real estate agent, who's my good buddy Rick, and I'm like, hey, Rick, do they really want the Irish flag that's covering that window? He's like, I'm going to go with no, but if they bitch about it, I'll buy them a new flag. Awesome, I'm taking my flag with me.
Nice.
But yeah, so good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of BDU. Tonight, I think it's going to be mostly just shooting the shit because I don't care to look up news stories, basically, what it comes down to.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll do that. We'll talk to the audience. We will do all that shit. My fucking computer and me are fighting right now because it hasn't been turned on in days, and now it's doing all this, oh shit, this has to open, that has to open, this has to open.
Nice. Mine froze up for the first time in like
oh my god, if it does.
Middle of a goddamn live stream. Well, okay, that was the thing that just happened. And I'm alone right now. Good times.
I'm here.
You're still there? Okay.
You fell off the chair or something. I had to get some more information to personalize this for her.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm assuming Chad will be back in a second, because if not, we're gonna pop offline in like 10 minutes. Yeah, he disappeared.
Yeah, I see that. We went live too.
He's talking about his computer being a bastard or something, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And then, like, oh, okay.
That'll teach you.
Randomly, he's gonna say we're just gonna shoot the shit. I randomly came across, it like randomly popped up in my fucking YouTube like recommended stuff. It's this channel. The name of it is Jelly's Marble Runs, and Jelly is JELLE''S, and like this fucking. They have like it's all about like marbles, marbles racing and stuff like that. And he does the fucking Marble Olympics, and it's like he's got like all these teams of marbles, and they're like going through all these events. And I watched the 2017 version of these. Hey, welcome back, buddy.
So yeah, my mouse is fucked, and when you click with it once, it usually double clicks. So I went to close something, and then it double-clicked at the same time I was closing it, so it closed both windows.
I've had that happen to me with this exact, like, my mouse occasionally will do that. It's like, it's a trackball, and I need to fucking replace it because it's really old at this point. But, yeah, it does the same thing sometimes.
So what are we drinking, guys? What are we drinking? Let's start with you there, Redbeard. Mr. 1000 reviews.
Cheers, buddy, in a row. That's like, a lot of people did 1,000. I feel proud that I did 1,000 in a row. I'm drinking a can of, well, almost the end of a can of Theoretical Zero IBU Session IPA by Flying Monkeys. It's unusual.
Yeah, I would suspect so. How about yourself there, drunken one?
I am drinking, y'all probably hadn't seen it because it's from down here. It's from Southern Star Brewery here in Conroe, Texas. This one's called the Buried Hatchet Stout.
I've actually had that.
Have you now? Hell yeah. All right.
Fucking, of course Chad's had it.
That was brought up here by the punter. The punter brought it up from a trip.
Awesome.
That's random. How many beers do you figure you've tried, Chad? Ballpark.
3,200 maybe?
Yeah? Okay. So I'd say I'm probably around maybe 11 or 1150, because like all the ones that...
Hey, fuckers.
There's nice, the dogs. There's been several vlogs throughout the whole thing that like didn't make it for whatever reason. The video got corrupted.
Oh yeah, I've had those too.
All my festival videos I've done, and then ones that I had before I was doing the channel. So I'd say I'm at like 11, maybe 1,200 total. So you've got about 2,000 beers on me. That's crazy.
I might actually have more because I have like 600 on this phone from different festivals I just haven't uploaded yet.
That many?
That I don't tap them in until I upload them.
That's hilarious.
Amazing.
Well, I had people arguing with me, right? Because I would tap things in as I drank them, but sometimes the video would take months to go up because of my backlog. So people started fighting with me. Oh, you never drank that. You're a liar. I'm like, whatever. I'll start tapping them in as I put them up. And I'm going to drink a Clifford Porter.
Nice. That's a good one. While you were gone there, I was just telling Drunken One about this random fucking YouTube channel I found called Jelly's Marble Runs. And all it is like marble races and shit. I swear to God, dog, shut up right now. No one's there. Fucking bastard. But no, it's like they set up this thing. It's like the Marble Olympics. And he does like the opening ceremony and they light the torch and shit. Like the marbles, it's all like stop motion. The marbles are like moving. And then they get into the races and all the teams and stuff. And like I watched the entire 2017 Marble Olympics last night. And I was sitting here wondering, I was cheering for a fucking team of marbles. It was weird. But it was really, really cool. I'm going to say right here, I'm going to put it in the side chat here. If you guys want to check it out, you can.
So I posted a video this morning. I live streamed this morning in Armprior. It didn't work out very well. The 3G network did not pick up any sound at all.
Yeah, I didn't pick up any sound either when I got your video.
Your video had sound. I can play it on my phone right now. It has sound.
You know what? I would like you to play it on your phone. I would like to hear what you actually said. That'd be
okay,
cool.
We'll do that later.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But yeah, so I did a hidden camera live stream, and it was the actual proposal.
But it didn't work though. That
didn't work. No,
because that would have been cool.
Now something we've talked about, me and her, because she actually embraces this stuff, unlike my ex does. We've talked about, because neither of us want to spend a lot of money on a wedding. Neither of us care to do that. So we're talking about things that we can do and this and that. And we're thinking about finding a brewery that will let us use their area to do it, like for the party and everything.
That'd be awesome.
Live stream the whole thing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm there. Like, do you?
Hell yeah.
I'm assuming it's like not super soon. Do you have any idea?
No, it's not super. No, we haven't talked about that yet.
Okay, because like, yeah, man, let me know, and if I will fucking make sure I get the time off. I'm there. Actually, randomly, I've done it twice now. I would, if you need a master of ceremonies, I would fucking 100% be down, man. I would love to do that for you. 100%. That'd be awesome. I did it for my buddy Eric and Tim from Timmins. They came down, and my sister's wedding last week. I did it as well. I got experience, man. Showing you my resume.
I got a resume, right? Got a portfolio and shit.
There was a DJ that was working at the thing yesterday, at the wedding, and the DJ that was working, he was something special. He was a good buddy of mine, Kay. 1 second, let me just paste this for my buddy. Okay, so the DJ was a good buddy of mine. He was the drummer in my very first band. Kid's name is Cody Blakely. He swallowed a loony when he was a kid, and his throat's done, right? So I was taking a piss at one point. He decided to do a speech, and I thought a fucking horror movie was going on inside the room because all I could hear was, right? And I'm like, what the fuck? And I go and I see Cody on the mic. I'm like, okay, I get it. Now, he did all the power songs right at the beginning. Like the first 5 songs were like the Chicken Dance, YMCA, Whoop, there it is, the Macarena, and what was I can't even. The Slide. Stomp your foot twice. Now slide to the left. He did all those fucking power songs right at the beginning. He didn't even get the room going. He didn't feel the room. He didn't. And I'm sitting there bitching about him. Her cousins got it for free, and he's like, it's a free DJ. I get that. I'm not saying anything like that. What I'm saying is, this is this guy's business. This is his job.
Yeah.
He is not very good at what he does because DJing is an art. It's an actual art.
I actually got right pissed off at my sister's wedding because they had a DJ guy. They had all these playlists and stuff and everything set up, and they had a phone with like YouTube and all this shit on it. So I was going up and my sister was there, and any song I asked her to play, she's like, yeah, sure. And I was, I have a kind of weird taste in music, a lot of heavier stuff, but I was picking like dancey, funky stuff that I knew, and it was going over well. People were dancing, have a good time. And then randomly my sister's, like my brother-in-law now, I guess, her new husband, got behind the DJ thing and started like pretending he was Paul Oakenfold or something, or fucking Fatboy Slim, and just like, and I asked if I could listen to a song, and he's like, "No, man, not tonight." And it was just like, okay, because like she was, he's like, "No, man, not tonight. I'll listen to some other time, but not tonight." And it was just like, it actually ruined my night to the point I got in my car and drove home. Like, I was having a great time, and then just gone.
No, like same thing. I mean, well, not the same thing, but again, like going back to it being an art. Like, how they try to pick songs that mix together well at the end, right? Because you're trying not to cut anything. You want it to just flow through to the next song. He was flowing it through way too early, and the songs had no beat alike, right? So it was like a Macarena's ending, and fucking whoop, there it is. It's starting like 20 seconds before the Macarena's done. And I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
Hey,
they don't sound
Macarena.
What's going on, Mr. Nicholas?
Working on your new mixtape,
Nicholas? It was.
It's part of the conversation.
It was an iMac. He was DJing off an iMac, which meant he had iMac DJ software, which meant he didn't have to mix the songs at all. They would mix themselves. Yet he still fucked them up.
Nice. Yeah, Chad just saying he was at a wedding with the best DJ in the history of the world ever.
One shit. Sounds exciting.
Love the guy, but oh my god, if that's
your video quality seems oddly like really good right now, Nick. I don't know, I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. Like you look really, really.
It crisp, must be. Maybe I got. Well, it might be because I got
light on behind you there, maybe, but I don't know. It looks good, man.
A little bit more light.
So, Nicholas, what are you drinking tonight, Nicholas?
Fuck. It's sick here.
Oh, Nicholas broke his lamp.
I am drinking. I broke a lamp above my head. I am drinking and I just did a review of it. Pit Caribou's Gaspésien number 13 Robust Porter from
weird, like what
something release.
What is a
Swar? That's what it is.
What is a robust porter?
Robust Porter is a porter that's stronger than a normal porter.
Okay.
I don't know. It's just a guess. I'm trying to find the ABV on it.
It's at 6.2.
It's more porter than your body has room for.
Ashley, are you drinking anything tonight?
Fuck.
Hold on. Yeah, I got your old favorite OV and
man.
Old vagina.
I'm about to pop open a homebrew after this.
Old vagina.
We had some old OV in Kempville with my dad today before we came home.
There you go.
Yeah, he had to meet the people that are going to be in his life soon.
Yes,
the peoples.
The peeps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the peeps.
Well, this is it's a very nice beer to share. There we go.
It is. Brian, are you drinking anything tonight?
Yes, I am. I got a bottle. I picked it up at the LCMO yesterday. I just bought it just to buy it. It's a Unibrew beer. It's strawberry rhubarb ale.
That one's not terrible. That's their ephemera. Yeah, that was not bad. That's one of the better versions of that beer that I've had. I've had the apple one. I think the blueberry one. Some other one.
Well, now that we heard what Redbeard thinks, what do you think about it, Brian?
What do I think about it?
Yeah.
Was that classic jumping over? A classic jumping over during mid-conversation?
Something like that. Yeah, no, I was talking about... I didn't hear what you were saying that you liked it before Redbeard piped up and said what he thought.
I actually really like it. I had no expectations with this thing, especially since I bought it at the LCBO.
Ah, cool. I forget. I saw it somewhere and I thought about picking it up. It must have been when I was in Quebec I saw it. But I didn't. Oh well.
Thankfully
I was just messing with Redbeard. Sorry, dude.
It's all good, man. I love you.
We're gonna go extra hard. Well, we should, since this is it's like his
This is the roast of Redbeard.
Right? It's his YouTube birthday.
Nice.
Well, we can't do that.
I noticed that you didn't get a drunken one video.
I didn't, but I did. I mentioned his name, and then I drunken one in your beer right now. You know, we were talking about that when you were gone the first time there. Yeah,
Yeah, I just got done watching it just minutes ago.
It was just like we were in like it was like every single live chat for like a week. I was like telling people, and I haven't been in a live chat with Drunken One for a while, so just like I didn't see him, I didn't get a chance to, and it just slipped my mind, man, because I would have loved it.
That's quite all right.
But again, he was acknowledged at that point in the video.
This is like the first meeting in like 3 years or something like that. 3 years, 4 years now. Feels like it.
Yeah,
it's been a long time, man. Long time.
1,000. So that's 3 years.
Oh shit! You were.
I know, right? I've seen that.
I was gonna say
that is the really best screenshot I've ever seen. That's the best avatar you were ever.
Well, it's not my avatar; it's my face.
that is your face.
That's a nice face you got there, baby.
That's my happy face.
You up to anything tonight, there, you were, or are you just having the H2O?
No, I just saw a hangout, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" No, I'm not doing anything.
Sitting on your couch, got the CNN on the background.
No, just checking in before I shut her down.
Oh, there you go. Well, thanks for coming by, man.
Yeah. I was just watching. I was watching your 1,000th video.
Oh yeah.
There's 45 minutes. I won't get back.
It's 48 minutes.
48 minutes, man. Yeah.
I can make it all the way through.
Hey, 45? That's a lot further than I would have expected you to make it, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate the effort.
I think my favorite of all the videos was from Lee. It's my favorite.
Yeah, that was good.
Lee,
actually, you know what? Paul's was really good too.
Paul's was pretty epic.
The 1 minute of staring and then the finger. Yeah, that was good.
That was so good.
They were all good. Thanks a lot, guys.
Apparently
mine didn't work.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell even happened there.
Yeah, the audio sounded fine to me.
Completely fine.
They're just great.
Sounded just like him.
You're never going to be as pale or blind as me. I would almost say that anyway. So.
Yeah, but then I threw it back saying, you were basically my inspiration to get into the whole beer doing stuff. So, I gave you some praise and some shit at the same time. Let's play around. I love you, man.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good, sir. So, yeah, we're going to, like I said, we're going to see what we can do about doing a live stream for that.
That'd be awesome, man. That'd be great.
Yeah, we got to do some discussions. I got to send some emails out, make some phone calls.
God damn it. Apparently I'm going to join 1, 2, 3, 4 other people that are muted right now. I'm going to take off for 2 seconds and finish this fucking vlog. I'll be right back.
What's going on there, chat? Nothing's going on, chat? Okay.
Nothing's going on. Chat.
What flavor schnapps you drinking tonight?
I'm going to go with he's drinking apple brandy.
Apple brandy, not butterscotch?
Wait, are you talking about wait, sorry.
We're talking about you, yeah.
No, I mean I'm drinking Distill's Wild Sour series. Here Goes a Nothing.
Okay, a Goza.
Nothing. Interesting.
My favorite play on Goes was probably Pop Goes the Weasel.
What about Boom Goes the Dynamite?
That was a good one too.
I pretty much. I also like the Berliner Wasser or Berlin Wasser. I can't remember what it was, but I remember it was like a raspberry thing. I sent you like a photo of it.
Yeah, you did. Yeah,
that was pretty good too. I'm gonna try to make like a collection to get like a bunch of sour series to get back into like reviewing. I'm right now like doing my masters and that's just taking up so much time, so I'm not going to be doing much till winter.
What are you getting your masters in?
Mass media arts and communication, and I'm getting my public relations certificate, so I'm technically double majoring.
Good for you.
That's the double fisting of education.
Yep.
They call it skiing in some places.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Downhill skiing?
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm drinking a Hammond River blueberry ale.
Fuck those blueberry ales.
It is hot garbage.
One of these days, I'm gonna actually.
Oh my god! I think I'm starting to bold.
That's what happens when you're married.
Oh. Congrats on the engagement, Chad.
What's that?
Hey, congrats on the engagement.
Oh yes, thank you.
Already the hairs are falling out.
No, you know it's. I don't know.
Is that not the new place?
No, this is still the old place. Just all the furniture's gone.
Oh, all right.
When you move it, so did you get the new house?
I'm probably going to get sued because she still hasn't signed, which means my financing is going to fall through.
Fun.
But yeah, next Tuesday. This Tuesday coming. Well, not this Tuesday. Next Tuesday. Yeah, next Tuesday is when I was supposed to be moving.
To where?
Welland.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be somewhat close to Ashley.
Yep.
On McAlpine Avenue.
You listen, staggering
So
distance.
that means
That'd be a long stagger. It'd be a decent walk, but it'd be a long.
Chad could do it.
so that means videos with the Rev and Ashley. That'd be an interesting conversation.
How far is Chad's walking now?
The Reverend lives exactly 650 meters from my door.
Are you serious? That's hilarious.
Wow. Yeah,
so he has no excuse not to show up.
No, so me and the Reverend are probably going to start drinking together again, which might not be good, especially since I'm getting married and bringing in 2 more kids
with the 9 dogs.
All right, you'll ever see something else?
Oh, sorry, 7 dogs.
No, it's going to be 4 dogs.
Oh, okay.
We got rid of all the puppies.
Oh,
so it's just my 3 adults and her adult. But we're trying to find Helga a new home because she's that's her right there. She's become dog aggressive. She's very, very jealous and wants you to give her all the attention and nobody else. She needs to be in a 1-dog home. This isn't the environment for her.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to find her a new place to go. And then what we'll have when we move in together is we'll have a Great Pyrenees, a boxer, and a 10-year-old Roddy.
Oh, okay.
The Roddy's scared of everything, even grass. It's good.
Wow.
It's a 110-pound Roddy. She sounds real mean if she doesn't know yet, but oh god, she's scared of everything.
Oh.
Boris sniffed her and she hid behind me.
It's like she doesn't know you. She comes after you. Just throw a blade of grass at her.
If you know her name is like her disarm. Say her name and she just stops. She's like, oh, okay.
Okay.
So we went to my dad's house today, like I said, so that Alicia and her kids could meet my dad and his wife and stuff. And we get there before her. And I'm like, do not knock on the door, right? Like Janet and my dad weren't back yet. I'm like, don't knock on the door. They're like, why? I'm like, because Diesel's in the house. So what? So Diesel was a dog-fighting dog that was rescued by my dad. If you knock on that door, he's coming through that window to kill you.
Wow.
He was just sitting on the other side of the door whining, and I'm like, Diesel, I'm not opening the door. I'm with people you don't know. You stay in there till Daddy gets home.
Yeah, right.
There's only 2 people that dog listens to, which is me and my dad. Everybody else, he's a little loose. And my stepsister, her husband won't step on the property unless me or my dad's on the property because he's scared shitless of the dog.
That's
when my boxer and Helga were there, like when Boris and Helga were there for when we were up for the funeral, somebody had to let them out. And Jason, my stepsister Cricket's husband, would pull the car up to the front of the driveway and just let her out there and not get out of the car, stay there with the doors closed in case the dog came out.
I'm back, baby.
Oh, everybody missed you so much.
I bet.
So what do we want to talk about? There's apparently 4 people viewing us, but none of them want to say anything.
Yeah, we're also intimidating. I got some live transmission milkshake IPA.
Ooh,
For some reason, Flying Monkeys has like stopped dating their shit, and I'm really not okay with that.
That's gonna too. When did they do that? Because the last can I bought of theirs had a date stamp on it.
The last couple times I've been there, whatever they've got in stock right now. But again, that
they might just be doing that to the stuff in the store itself.
I was wondering that. That's even less cool. That's like even more shiesty. That the stuff I just had, that Theoretical Zero stuff, it had a date on it. So
did it really?
I got a can of Wonder Star in the fridge to a date.
Because fucking Flying Monkeys never puts their ingredients for a weird reason.
I actually had that beer the other night. I did not enjoy it at all.
Wonder Star?
No. Theoretical Zero.
Yeah, I just had it, and like I didn't not like it, but as far as like an IPA goes, I need the bitterness. It wasn't right. Basically,
it wasn't.
I picked it up yesterday. I looked at it, went and then put it back on the shelf again.
Look what I got here.
It's worth a try, man. Like,
I'll just try it.
Again, like for somebody that doesn't like bitterness, but likes kind of a bit of that hoppy flavor.
Growler from Niagara College.
Like
This is a growler from Niagara College. This is for you, Brian. This is for you.
Dun dun dun.
Don't even get me started.
Go there, girlfriend.
What is it though? Because
Don't even get me started.
It's their Oktoberfest.
Oh, the Oktoberfest.
Big fan of Niagara College.
Niagara College and him had a fight.
Oh god! Oh, but his
I sold a snowblower for some beer, and it was Niagara College beer that was brought to me. It was a Niagara College staff member that bought.
Oh, are you serious? That's hilarious.
So I got a couple growlers and a couple 6-packs. I'm like, you know what? Just give me a 2-4 of a buck of beer. I don't care. Just give that to me so I have something for the guys that are helping me move, and I'm good. They're like, no, we'll get you good stuff. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm easy to please. I'm Irish, you know.
Yeah, I think they still owe me 4 growlers of beer right now.
So just go get them then.
No, there's a principle about this.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to drink Niagara College lager next.
There we go. I was just there recently. I got their the ESB, so I got what I expected. Very basic ESB, and
hey. Enough.
Oh, I got some of their one-offs, and they were both smoked stouts. They were quite interesting.
I got like 2 one-offs recently. One was like a one-off that they did with Overhop, and the other one was like their India Pale Lager. The Pale Lager was fantastic.
Yeah,
I've had one of those by Cameron's that was really good. They're half mile or some shit like that. Their India Pale Lager. It's nice.
Yeah, but the other one that they had there was like the Overhop one that they did.
Yeah,
it tastes like really bad homebrew.
Oh, really bad.
I still have like 2 cans of it left. I bought like 6 cans of the thing. I think I still got like at least 2 or 3 of them still in the fridge.
Nice.
I'm getting a lot of messages currently about what's up on Facebook. Actually, the funny thing was, I actually went out and bought the ring with her brother. Me and him snuck away and bought the ring. And he's like, when are you going to ask? I'm like, oh, who knows? I'm just going to have the ring in my pocket until I decide to do it. Then I did it this morning. And when we posted it on Facebook, 25 seconds after I posted it, he called. Congratulations! The guy is like 375 pounds, and when I bought the ring in the jewelry store, he started doing a dance in the jewelry store. Like, I'm gonna have an albino brother-in-law, just doing a dance, right? And I'm like, oh my god, you're gonna knock down the entire store. Stop.
Maybe it's like some good luck thing that people don't know about. Really good luck to have an albino in the family. He's really happy about it.
I'm apparently the only skin tone they don't have in the family, right?
At a future family gathering, I want to see the spectrum. Everybody to line up. That'd be so funny.
His uncle's married to a Trinidadian woman. Alicia's first kid is half Nigerian. There's a Japanese guy in there. There's a Native American in there. They have everything but albino. So they're really, really excited to add Albino.
You're like a trophy.
She's not. You sure she's not just trying to collect the set?
Yeah.
Right. Something tells me
there's a secret room in that family in the father's fucking basement or something with like all the.
Just like the movie Get Out.
Get Out.
I can see it now in the picture. Chad's going to be at either the far left or the far right because ain't nobody got his color.
No. I'm one of the far ends. Yeah.
Come on, he's right in the middle. What are you talking about?
The other ends.
You know what would be funny? I want to see Chad get a spray tan. That'd be a hell of a thing. That'd be a hell of a thing.
That would be the fucking.
I don't know if that would even work, would it?
What do you even think of that?
He gets a spray tan and he looks like Redbeard.
Look more like Guy Fieri.
One shade off Albino, you become me.
All he has to do is just use a Sharpie to dot freckles and then dye his beard red to match Redbeard.
Nice.
Actually, I think looking at you, I think you got more red in your face than Redbeard does.
Well, I was walking all around, right?
Beard
like,
offset.
I was in Arnprior, and you walk everywhere in Arnprior, right? So we were walking all over. We were taking her kid around. She wanted to see where me and her met. You know, she's like, I want to see your high school. I want to see this. I want to see that. And I was walking around. She's like,
photos with the albino.
Well, actually, Alicia was laughing because there was like 6 or 7 times cars pulled over and went, "Is that Chad?"
Nice.
Yeah. You're back? Did you move here? No, I'm not back. I will not be coming back. And then one of the guys, one of the guys didn't recognize Alicia at all because she's changed a lot since high school, and he's sitting there talking to her about when this guy first came here, and she's laughing. She's like, "I know when he first came here."
Nice. Did you hit up any local breweries while you're down
there? No, we didn't have much time, right? Like we got down there Friday at 4, and then we came back today. So
oh, cool. Just one.
So we hung out. We hung out with Jeff and Bubba on Friday night. We went out we took Braith around Arnprior on Saturday morning, and then we hung out with Alicia's friends Saturday afternoon. Then I went and bought the ring. Then we went to Mitchell's wedding. Then we got up this morning. We went to Ottawa to see my grandmother. From Ottawa, we went to Kemptville to see my dad. Only because the GPS was taking us straight past Kemptville, and she's like, "Kemptville's 8 kilometers from here." And I go, "Okay, we're going to see my dad."
Nice.
I text him. I'm like, "Are you home?" He goes, "Yeah." Okay, why? I go, "Because I'm going to be at your house in like 10 minutes." Then he calls me. He goes, "I'm not really home. I just said I am. Where are you? How far are you away?" I'm like, "I just turned onto your road." He's like, "Okay, I'm going to be like 20 minutes." Okay. Could have just told me you weren't home. We stayed there for a bit. We got Braith to sit on his couple Harleys. So there's some pictures of her on Harleys. No, I don't think he would have let anyone touch the Harley that was out front. He was painting everything. Everything was painted gold on it. Like all the chrome was gold. What are you doing?
Right.
All the chrome was gold.
Yeah, he gold plated all the chrome. The fucking all the covers were gold. The exhaust pipes were gold. He was golden up everything.
It sounds like a pimp buggy now.
It kind of was.
He's riding dirty.
He's riding dirty.
Yes.
Speaking of buggies, you guys hear that Volkswagen is finally going to stop making the Beetle? Like, stop making the Beetle? It's done.
Yeah. It's done.
It's done.
Absolutely.
It's finally done. And they have no current plans of bringing it back in the future.
Well, the first run, how long was it for?
Well, the initial one they were making them in fucking Mexico until like 10 years ago or something. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was 2003. They finished making the first one.
Its
current style's 20 years.
The new one though, like they redesigned it and made it less kind of like they lengthened it out a bit and kind of made it the new style. The special edition one, like I think it was yellow with black stripes or something. It actually looked pretty cool, and apparently it was a decent little car. But they're fucking expensive.
Yeah. They're expensive for like a rebodied 1999 Volkswagen Golf.
Right.
My 85 Cabriolet was still one of the coolest cars I've ever owned. Probably the coolest car I've ever owned. I think it was awesome. It was a fucking money pit. But
we had an AMC Gremlin. we had an old Chevette.
All right.
Toyota Tercel. The Toyota Tercel was great. That was my mom's car when we lived in Arnprior. So it's a 3-banger, right? It was supposed to have 180 pounds of pressure. By the time we traded by the time we got rid of the Toyota Tercel, it was traded straight up for a wheelbarrow, and it had exactly 45 pounds of pressure in it.
Wow.
Randomly,
if you hit a hill, even a hill like with this, you weren't going up.
Go up in first gear. When I worked at Kelsey's here in North Bay, one of the servers randomly had a Tercel, a little 2-door thing, that they must have sunk like 20 grand into like the body kit. And, like, it looked fucking awesome, but it was a Tercel. It just didn't make any sense. It looked really cool, but it was a fucking Tercel. It was like,
that'd be fucked up to see.
It looked awful. Like, it wasn't like super like crazy body kit, just like kind of little touches here and there, and just like all painted up nice and like really kind of nice bright cherry red color. It was impressive. I mean, again, like Toyota's the kind of thing, like Chad's saying, that engine I'm pretty sure was not well maintained when by the time it was given up. Like, you maintain them, they'll keep that fucking pressure forever. You know what I mean? Like, Toyota makes some solid shit.
If you keep up on the maintenance on like a Toyota or a Honda, those things will last you forever.
Yeah, I got 315,000 miles on mine, and it's still taking.
What do you got? Like, Tacoma?
It's a Tacoma, my truck.
Nice.
Little Tacoma.
Yeah, those things like Tacomas are basically bulletproof, man. They're fucking awesome.
Yeah, they're tough.
If anyone here watches Top Gear, they did an episode. They tried destroying it. It's called a Hilux over there, but it was great. It was so good.
So we the Toyota Tercel we had, the entire rocker panel on both sides was fiberglass because I had to do some body work on them because there was some rot spots. So I took the fucking pry bar, I put it on just to take off a little piece, and boom, the whole rocker panel was rotted out. So it was all fiberglass. It was an automatic car, and we had changed the engine, and we put in a manual engine. So there was a carburetor that had two screws in it to keep the hoses that would have been there for the manual plugged. And then when you started up the car, it was a 2-person job when you started it up because somebody had to be there. As the key turned, they had to unplug one of the hoses off the carburetor, and as soon as it flipped over, you had to plug it back on. So that car was awesome.
That could be worse. You could have been driving a Yugo because Yugo.
I believe it was 81. I think it was an 81.
Tourist theft. Not like anybody want to steal it, but
I got a Mazda 3 now. It's all right.
Well, when I was with my ex, we started with a Grand Am, and the Grand Am was given to us when her parents bought a new vehicle.
It's one of those cars you don't see anymore.
No,
Grand Am.
There's a reason why you don't see the Grand Ams anymore.
Well, the Grand Am, okay, so they had a problem with the upper and lower intake manifold gasket. Of course, the one that was given to us had that problem. That's a like what $2,500 fix back then.
Nice.
But it's a $200 part. It's because the whole engine has to be taken apart. So I got Boychuk to do it for some pizza and beer.
Nice.
In the parking lot of our apartment building, we took the engine apart in this car and put it back together.
That's awesome.
Yeah, for some reason, it was only a problem with the 4-cylinder. The motors were like really like awful.
Yeah, and then what it was the factory coolant they put in would eat the seals. It just
okay.
It was stupid.
Yeah, that sounds like the type of coolant you should be using.
Right?
Yeah.
Like what? What? That's so fucking dumb.
Then the water pump was fucked as well. So if you turned off the car and the water pump stopped at the exact right spot, the entire car's coolant flushed onto the ground.
Nice.
That happened to us 3 times.
Oh shit!
Yeah, they do that.
My Volkswagen actually had the water pump thing. What was it? My overflow tank blew a fucking hole, so I replaced that, and then a hose went, and I replaced that, and then another hose went. I replaced that, and then once it finally had pressure everywhere, the water pump fucking exploded. I had to replace it. But the engine was like, I can't handle the pressure, Captain. It was fucking hilarious.
No. So
I can give you like a full list of cars to totally avoid.
I might ask you for that at some point. But then the check engine light pops up, right? Check engine light pops up after everything else has been done with this car, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not putting any more money into this piece of shit car. Boy, Chuck, come over here with the fucking scanner. Let's find out what this problem is. So he comes over with the scanner and he scans it. And he goes, yeah, your fucking computer is fried. He goes, it's about to die. That's like $8,000 to change. I'm like, okay, we're not changing it. I go, how much time do we have? He goes, you could have 1 car ride on it or 15. I don't know. So we take the car at 1.2. We went and we bought a new car. We bought a Kia Forte, and we were waiting for the Kia to get delivered. And I'm like, the computer on this car is fucked. It's about to die. I need a loaner. And they're like, well, we'll give you a loaner if it dies. So we sign over the ownership, sign it all over. And we are taking empties back to the beer store because this was back at the very beginning of the beer review. So we had to buy like 2 fours of everything because we were doing a lot of macro and there was all the guys here. So we're taking the empties back. We get to the beer store. We unload all the empties. We go back into the car. We sit down. She puts the key in the ignition. She turns the key. Nothing happens, but the fucking trunk pops. So the computer was dead. The computer died.
They gave up.
I call Kia and I'm like, okay, remember how we talked about the computer dying and needing a loaner? He's like, yeah. I'm like, well, we need a loaner. Well, we can't get to you. You're going to get a salesperson to bring me a fucking car because I asked you for a loaner to begin with. And you told me if this died, you were going to get me one. He's like, okay, how are we getting the car to the dealership? I go, I don't fucking care how you get the car to the dealership. It's your fucking car. It's like, well, you're going to have to pay for the towing. I go, why am I paying for the towing? You have the fucking ownership. I signed it over to you. As well, if you don't pay for the towing, you don't get this. But and we're just arguing back and forth, right? It's like your plates are on it. I go, I can take my plates off of it. It's not my car technically anymore. We're arguing back and forth for about 10 minutes. I'm like, you know what? Okay, I'll pay for the fucking tow. He's like, okay, we'll have the tow truck there in like 15 minutes. So he tows the car to the fucking lot. We go and we get our new car 3 days later. And their GM phones me and he's like, when are you coming to pay for the tow? I'm like, I'm not coming in to pay for the tow. Because what do you mean? I go, it was your fucking car. Try and charge me for towing your own car.
Yeah, right.
Nice.
Fuck you, buddy. Didn't hear a thing about that ever again.
I was like, well, the best thing that happened to me was if I were alive, I don't fucking care. It was a few years ago now. It was my previous Mazda 3. I've had 2 now. And I had it for like maybe 2 months. And I was driving down one of the streets here in North Bay. And it's a 4-lane, so like 2 lanes each direction. And I'm in the outside lane, driving down the road, and this guy in a Ford F-150 comes up beside me and then proceeds to change lanes into the front of my car. So I'm like, we both pull over. I get out. I'm like freaking out and like he seemed to kind of. I love that I'm able to actually instill fear in some people because I'm not a scary person. But when I get fucking mad, the look on some people's face, it makes me happy. But anyway, he's all like, I don't want insurance involved, blah, blah. Can we kind of just pay for it, this and that? And I'm like, whatever. He told me to go to the 3 places in town, get 3 estimates, and he'd give me the middle of those 3. So I went to every single place in town and then took the top 3. And I ended up he gave me about $1,400 for the thing, and the place I was going to go was going to charge me about $9. So I was like thinking, all right, I came out ahead a little bit. Awesome. And then, so a couple days go by. I haven't gone in to get it fixed yet. I'm driving my car and I'm going down another street and I'm driving and some old lady pulls out of I'm passing the North Bay Animal Hospital and she pulls out of the animal hospital and proceeds to drive into the side of my car. The same side as the other guy hit, just like this is like further back on the car. So I'm like, what the hell? So she gets out, she's all apologetic and stuff, and old lady. So I, keep the anger down a little bit. I get her information, and she obviously wants to go through insurance. So I call the company, they tell me where to go in town, their preferred place, and then the place I was going to go anyway to get the first thing fixed. So I go there, and the guy's like, weren't you just here like a couple days ago? And I'm like, yeah, something else, and blah, blah. And so I'm telling him, and he's like, okay, so all this happened in the one accident, right? And I'm like, well, no. It was like, he's all this happened in the one. And I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah. Wink, wink.
So the $1,400 the first guy gave me ended up just being like $1,400 that I got and everything. And it was funny because, like I said, I just got the car recently. And I'm not sure if it was there when I bought it. I just didn't see it, or if it happened like a little bit later. But on the back door near the bottom, there was like a bit of a ding as if somebody like opened a door really hard into it. So I said, oh yeah, well, I'm thinking of it. When that lady hit me, she also like, it was wintertime. So I'm like, she also pushed me across the road a little bit. And that happened from my back end of my car hitting the snowbank. So got like my car was like brand new again. It was cool. There's a story for you. I'm done.
You're done.
So let me get this straight. You took advantage of a little old lady.
No. I took advantage of the first asshole that hit me. That was just all through insurance. That was fine.
Oh, awesome.
You were gone for the first part of the story. You disappeared.
Yeah. I'm still trying to get this other laptop thingy working for my mother-in-law.
And how did that result in you disappearing from here for a second?
Because I wasn't able to make y'all quiet. For some reason, I can't turn your volume down when I was trying to watch a video.
Oh, that's really weird.
Yeah. I'm multitasking tonight.
Go down to the little sound icon in the bottom of your thing and click on it, and it'll bring up your volume, and you hit mute on that.
So we did have the Bearded Beer Man say, hey, all. So good day to you, sir. I did respond in the comments, but we'll respond.
Hey, Bearded Beer Man. He congratulated my liver today on my YouTube video.
Again, anyone that's in the chat room there, come on, comment with us. We were talking. I don't have beer news today. I'm sorry. You know what? The Ontario Beer Awards was recently too, and I didn't even look at the results.
Drunk Polkaroo got an award.
That was the Golden Taps Award, and yeah,
okay.
Polkaroo got
still
that.
Though. That's pretty cool. Got something.
Fuck. I still think, personally for me, I would give the best beer writer award to somebody that's actually writing either books or big articles, but that's me. Not saying anything. Drunk Polkaroo does do a great blog post. He does do great blog posts. I'm not saying anything about that. I'm just saying that there's actual guys that are published.
Okay, I didn't realize he did actual
give it to an actual beer writer.
No, but if he's doing blog posts and actually
he's doing blog posts, and they are very good. He is very well written. He's very well versed. His grotto stuff is good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not dissing the guy at all. He does great stuff. I'm just saying that. I mean, I don't know. For me, usually, but I mean, it's nice to see somebody other than like Chris Scriver or Ben Johnson or Robin LeBlanc or Jordan St. John win it, because those are basically the four that win it every year. So it was nice to see somebody other than them get it. But at the same time, I sit there and I look at what those guys do compared to what the rest of us do, right? Like I do videos. I'm nothing as well, but there's these guys that actually are published and are taken seriously. And I'm actually excited that they didn't get it. Like I said,
I think that's cool. Like the fact that like they're at the point now where they're like, these other guys who aren't published, they're just kind of having a good time, and some of them are doing a really good job with this shit. They're like YouTube as a whole is getting a lot more recognition in terms of like,
I suppose it's interesting
stuff that's being created. Yeah.
I suppose it's interesting in the same respect that, finally a beer tuber is actually being recognized for this rather than just the beer writers you find in publication.
Exactly.
So anybody can post a beer review to BeerTube. And now we're actually got one person who's been recognized for this kind of award. And what's that mean for the future for the rest of us?
Stephen Beaumont, he's the other one that normally wins as well.
Yeah, I was in the newspaper here in town last year. Come on now.
Yeah. Redbeard's going to win the award next year for this 1000th review where he said the beer sucked.
Hey, the second beer I had, I quite enjoyed, even though it didn't have nearly as much coffee as it should have. Oh, damn Cafe Del Bastardo. Damn bastard beer.
I was like, did you have to make it 50 fucking minutes, though?
I can't drink that now.
Again, if I hadn't done, I feel like I did a pretty good, randomly, when I did the second part, I use my webcam for the audio, but I used OBS, so I used that for the audio, but I also recorded video. Yeah. And when I was doing the edit at the end, I had both video tracks, my GoPro and this, and I was like, those are actually two kind of different angles. So I did like the cuts and stuff between the two cameras, and I put some effort into that shit. I thought it worked out pretty well.
I really like the firecracker in the bottle.
Yes.
That I'm actually surprised the cops didn't show up, because that was like middle of the day, right out. I was gonna walk like way into the bush, and I was like, I walked outside. I'm like, no one's around. Fuck, I'll just do it right here. And it was like 1,000 times louder than I thought it was gonna be. It was so fucking loud.
It's like surprise.
Like, well, I had 2 firecrackers. I had like that one and some like crackling thing as well. But that would have been like more of a small. That would have been a small explosion. But I wasn't sure if that would really. And it didn't work out as well as I wanted initially, though, because I was hoping to just put the firecracker in the bottle, but it wouldn't fit in the top. So that's why like the Dremel tool came out, and I tried to score it and break it all nice, even though it didn't break nice at all. But it worked out.
Well, not after you took the fucking hammer to it. There's a slight chance that this is going to be a clean cut, but I'm going to take a hammer to it, and we're going to see what happens.
It worked out. It was good. And surprisingly, like most of the glass blew out like to the back, so it went all like away, and then everything else just stuck to the label and the duct tape. It was great.
Yeah, I was hoping for a bigger explosion, honestly. I was hoping for a bigger explosion, like some cinematics.
Yeah, I actually was as well. And actually, when it happened, I thought I did everything with my phone as far as recording that, and it totally slipped my mind. My phone has that cool fucking super slow-mo feature that I didn't even think.
After it blew up, you should have put a Wilhelm scream in it.
That would have been yes. Everything needs a Wilhelm scream. Like as I'm like running off the camera, then a Wilhelm scream is done. Man, that's a good idea, Nick. Shit, I would have done that.
You never asked me, did you?
I didn't.
So next time,
man. We'll collaborate on some shit, man. It'll be awesome.
Carrie, is there a beer analysis 1001 for tomorrow?
That's the theoretical 0 I was drinking. That was
okay. Cool.
That's tomorrow's. Yeah, I'm not quitting just yet. I'm still going for whatever weird reason.
Can't stop now.
That's pretty much it. Like it's like if I was saying that in today's video, I'm like, fuck. Like I don't know when I'm gonna stop, because the day I stop, I'm gonna like just feel like a failure kind of thing. It's gonna be like, fuck, I could have kept going, but I stopped. God damn it.
Oh, what? Then you wasted 3 years of your life on posting reviews to YouTube, drinking beer?
Well, there's no question it's been a waste. Come on now.
I'm just saying it's already been a waste. What's so new about
I'm well aware.
It is what it is.
I needed a fucking hug.
Home screen's going on.
I'm just proud that honestly though, I've never committed to something as like fully as I have to this in my life. Like even just doing it for the first year, I was very proud of myself, and then the fact I kept going, and I haven't missed a single. I came close a couple times. Like there's a couple times when the video didn't get uploaded till like 11 p.m. and then like it was like up there for an hour, so like I still got it on the day. But yeah, nice. There's some great compilations of those things on YouTube.
Yeah.
And actually, randomly, anybody that wasn't here earlier, Jelly's Marble Runs, one of the most unbelievably randomly entertaining channels on YouTube. It's marbles racing, but it's fucking like there's like actual commentary, like the camera angles. It's as if you're actually watching a sporting event with marbles. It's fucking awesome. It's far too entertaining.
Where's the link?
I put the link to the actual channel over on the side chat for you guys. It's right there.
Did you know? Right.
It's that Jelly videos. And once you're in there, just, I guess, scroll until you see Marble Olympics. Because there's a lot of shit, but the Marble Olympics is so well done.
Hey, Rod.
Hey, Rod J.
Hey, Rod.
Rod, what's going on?
Mr. Rod J. Don't spare the Rod.
Are you able to send him a link, Chad?
Yes. So, yeah, I have him on Facebook.
Okay, cool. Normally we don't look that kind of stuff, but it's fucking Rod J. Come on, like no one's gonna say no. Don't invite Rod J. Come on.
I don't care if you guys ask about links.
No, but still, like that's on other chats. It's a thing that people care about. So
on your chats,
right? Still, it's an etiquette thing, man. I'm just trying to be nice. God damn it. Oh, and Chris, what's up, mofos? Hey, man. Cheers.
Mofos.
Okay. Fucking.
Hi, Christopher. What's going on? There you go. I have been chatting with Alicia over here. That's what the Rift streaming is.
Chris definitely has a link. Chris, get in here.
She does say for you guys that photo with the skin tone spectrum can be arranged.
Nice.
Oh, Jesus.
I want to see that picture.
Yeah, that'll be a fun picture.
Hey, Chad, this is the beer I'm drinking right now. I'm pretty sure you'll appreciate this.
That is a hell of a label.
Yeah. Go.
What's the brewery on that one?
It is Le Microbrasserie Naufrageur.
That's what I thought it was. I had a few of their beers, and that's a hot pepper.
The label's actually coming off. Yeah, it's a beer brew with habaneros.
How's that?
Naufrageur's Le Briget.
How old is that?
I got it over the summer.
How is it? Are you drinking it now? Or try it?
It's actually pretty good. I just.
How's the spicy?
I got my camera set up right here, so I've been doing the beer review here once in a while tonight.
Nice.
And,
I sent you a link there, Rod, if you want to join in.
Oh shit! Look at this. It came cleanly off. Nice.
Oh, wow.
That's actually pretty cool.
That's awesome.
That's going up my wall.
Nice. I watched it. Have any of you guys seen the show? I think it's called That's Weird. It's either That's Weird or That's Odd. Let's Drink It. It's hosted by the owner of Dogfish Head, and they do the one that they recently did. They have the host of Hot Ones, the YouTube chicken wing show, on there.
Oh, cool.
And they had their spicy beer, Dogfish Head spicy beer, that they actually had to they had to wear masks and shit when they made this beer because they made it so spicy. And then on top of that, they had one of those infusion chamber things, and they filled two of those up with Carolina Reapers and all the other crazy hot peppers, and ran it through there, so made the beer extra spicy, and then drank it. It's a good episode of that show. I recommend it.
I actually just watched it the first time the other day because they had one that was had Mac Miller on it.
The first one I saw was Rhett and Link randomly.
Yeah, the first one I saw was Mac Miller. Then I saw the Rhett and Link one.
Isn't he the guy that just died?
Yeah, he just died.
Yeah.
Did anybody see the fuck? I don't know. I imagine most of you guys are friends with Peter from the UK on Facebook.
Oh, is it that 5 days of sobriety?
Yes.
That was terrible.
Oh, terrible! I never knew the guy. I never listened to his music, so I can just look at that and be like, I knew what happened to him, and be like, that's bad, but it's pretty fucking funny.
Wait, what?
Exactly.
It may be in poor taste, but we've also seen Peter's beer reviews. So
yeah. And just anything. Most of the stuff on his Facebook is kind of like, holy fuck, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued now.
And Chris and Rod are both too cool for us this evening.
Too cool for school.
Yeah, it looks like a movie.
Beer 101, Pilsner.
I don't know if I had that one. I grabbed every 101 they had when I went there that one time, but I don't think the Pilsner was one of them.
Are you drinking the Rainbow, Chad?
I might be drinking the rainbow, motherfucker.
Tasting the rainbow.
Taste the rainbow. Drink the rainbow.
Does the rainbow go from red to blue?
Yes.
Rainbow.
Right away? Isn't there a purple in there?
The last one he had was that teal green color.
Yeah, it's
Lager's a green color.
It's I don't know what color.
Okay, fair enough. That's the same color as Nickel Brooks Immodest used to be.
I gotta wake up early and finish cleaning up the house because I have a walkthrough at 10 a.m.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How what do you is it just make sure there isn't shit on the floor and stuff basically?
Yeah, it's make sure I didn't do any damage to the house since they bought it type of thing.
Yeah.
Make sure those blinds are on display.
Hey, those blinds, they bought the house with the blinds like that. They have not changed. They haven't changed in 6 years.
You know what though? The best would be if you move out and then like 5 years later you drive by and they're still there. That'd be the fucking best.
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Still looking all raggedy.
They put some kind of other flag in front of it and just forget about them kind of thing.
Just like I did.
Yeah.
Put a flag in front of it. Nobody knows.
It's kind of like I have 2 windows in my bedroom, and I can't have light when I sleep, and I usually sleep like in the early afternoon kind of thing until like 1 or 2. So those windows are just for show, basically. They're like always covered up.
Okay, now here's a burning question. He's getting a new place in Welland.
Yes.
Will there be a new couch with matching cushions to do beer reviews on?
Ooh.
There will be a new couch. Yes, there will be a new couch. Actually, one of the things I wanted to ask you, Ashley, is how big is that white table I'm taking from you? Is it big enough to be a gaming table?
That would be yes. Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Nice.
It is very long. Yeah.
That's
Game nights at Chat's house.
We have a 3-season sunroom that I'm going to be putting an infrared heater in, and it's going to become the game room.
Nice. Well, like you're saying that like this. What's her name? Sorry again.
Alicia.
She like is actually kind of like supportive and thinks it's cool that you do this whole.
She's watching us right now, talking to me about this stuff.
Yeah, that's so like this new place when you guys move in together and stuff. I'm sure she'll be okay with you having some kind of nice area to sit down and do beer reviews, not just like, having to do it in the living room because you weren't able to, like that's awesome. Cheers, man. I'm happy for you.
I'm still saying we should still utilize that green bedroom and use it. Like did a green screen beer review.
You have until Tuesday to do one.
Didn't you? Okay, a while back, Chad, you did some weird random green stuff where you like a floating head. I remember that. Was that in that room?
Yes.
Okay, because that room is like make sure you got the lighting on point, and that room is fucking like just a random video maker's dream kind of thing. Like you could do all kinds of so much random awesome shit with that, dude. That's my thing. Like I don't have really anywhere like right here. If I put a green screen behind me, the shadows and stuff because I'm right there would fuck everything up. I don't really have anywhere. Maybe in my room somewhere, but fuck.
Just paint your room green.
I'm gonna petition to paint one of those green.
Spray paint the whole fucking front of this couch bright green.
Yeah, fuck
yeah.
Okay, who cares?
Alicia, can we paint the boys' room green?
No green.
So we're doing measurements for window coverings and stuff, right? And we go into the 3-season sunroom and we're looking at it and I go, you know what? I have 4 Irish flags. We don't even need window coverings in here. The flags are gonna hang.
That actually work well. Like if they're actually if they're all the same size and like they actually.
Well, I have Cavan County, I have Erin Gilbra, I have the Tricolor, and I have Antrim County.
And they're all the same size?
No.
Okay, because that's like they might look kind of.
I don't care. Well, one of them is one of them is the one that was hanging over here, so it's the full fucking flag, and the other ones are the like 5 foot by 4 foot flags.
The huge one is just huge. I was just saying it'd be nice. It sucks though because I'm looking at it right now, and if you could cut those blinds behind you into 3 strips nicely and cover some windows. Bring those with you, man.
No, they own they get all the window coverings.
I'm sure they would be pissed if you took that. That'd be funny. You take it with you, you get a call like a week later, the deal's off. You still have blinds.
We want those fucking Venetians.
That's enough.
Are those Venetians?
Oh, I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah,
you go to bed. What's she say here? I don't care as long as the boys don't.
Okay,
we have a green room. We have a green room.
Your lady's fantastic. You know what? No, all you need is one wall, man. All you need is one wall, and you're good. This will be the whole room.
Yes, I love you too.
And you know what? Kids too. If you paint a one wall green and make some fun stuff with the kids, make them involved, they would probably have an awesome time as well.
I also have a green man suit and a blue man suit. So
the blue man suit's just like weird, but okay.
Well, the blue man suit is if you want to cut out blue instead of green.
I was hoping that Greg would show up. Hello, Greg.
Oh, hi, Greg.
Hello.
So,
I
Greg,
just want.
Ashley says you should become a minister and marry me.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes.
Well, here's the. I'm probably not going to do that, but I think my dad is. I think my dad has this thing. He could marry you.
Yes, Greg, you need to become an ordained minister and reside over this wedding.
Like I was saying earlier, man, I'm 100% down to be the master of ceremonies. I've done it twice. I've got some experience.
She heard that too. She's been here the whole night, apparently.
Oh, really? She was here for that.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd like to see the tap list for this wedding.
I told you I'm gonna see if I can get a brewery to give us the brewery venue for free.
That'd be awesome.
Chad, I gotta tell you, my engagement video, much better than yours.
I might. Yeah, that was. Yeah.
And those of you that don't know what it is, I'll tell you offline.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. I know what your engagement video was.
You do not want.
You don't want to know what his engagement video was.
I'm pretty sure I've heard it, but
No, you don't. Just stop.
I can't remember. Like I'm okay
just
with
stop.
that.
Just stop. No. No.
He said just stop.
A lot of stuff Greg says, just like my mind mentally blocks it out to avoid the trauma. So
Almost everything Greg says, my mind blocks out to avoid trauma.
My wife blocks me out on a regular basis.
That's not to avoid trauma, though.
And she called me Red River earlier this evening.
Yeah, you're Red River.
That's awesome.
Actually, apparently Alicia knows your voice, Terry, because I turned your video on in the car and she goes, "Why are you watching Redbeard?"
That's hilarious.
Randomly, actually, Greg, fucking so many, like, aside from the terrible angle on the phone, which you already admitted.
Yeah, it was bad.
The was fucking gold at the end with the dog. That was so fucking awesome.
That was just a fluke. As I started running away, she chased me.
I literally watched it like 10 times and laughed every fucking time, man. That was so good.
Yeah, that's why I didn't refilm it, because I'm just like, I can't redo that again. So I'm just gonna go with the shitty filming.
Oh, it worked, man. It was so fucking good. And randomly, actually, Nick and Ashley are both gone right now. So that's if either of them watched it.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. I'll watch it as soon as we go offline. I've been charging my phone because it was at 5% when I walked in.
And then randomly, actually, a lot of those beers, like was it Ashley or somebody commented like you got too many pumpkin beers. I think a lot of those look pretty goddamn tasty. I've never tried pumpkin. And people
pumpkin is a beautiful.
Pumpkin is to me it's the best.
You got two really cool looking variants too. The coffee one.
Yeah, I saw those there.
One, eh?
Yeah, well, they got a bunch of the coffee one. If that one's good, I'll probably get the in-laws to get me a 4-pack when they go back in October. But yeah, the barrel one I was pretty excited to try because I think they came out with that last year, but not where I was shopping. But yeah, most of the pumpkin beers I got, like I don't think any of them are regular pumpkins because I've tried most of the regular Michigan pumpkin beers. All these are like barrel aged or have some sort of fanciness to them. So, hopefully they're good.
Oh, pumpkin beer. So basic. Can't even.
Oh, that's Brian talking. Okay, I had to figure out who the dog avatar was. Oh, yeah.
I got rid of the still of me drinking a Stella. Nobody really want to see me drink a Stella anymore.
And now it's just like a dog is talking to me with a really deep voice.
Deep voice with a square head.
That's right.
Yeah.
Weirding me out.
It kind of looks like my dog is if I just
shaved his head into a square.
Really bad job of shaving his head, yeah.
Rob the robot's looking at us. The square-headed dog's looking at us.
I'm just waiting one of these days for Nick to just make an animated GIF where just like a little robot penis just rises up from the bottom of the camera.
Greg. Nick is not you. He's not you.
That would be funny. I can't deny that.
No, it's true. Nick would just be like the whole, like it would be a much bigger penis.
Some guy Brandon Jacques in the comment asking, what's our opinion on Crown Royal Northern Harvest Rye? I have no opinion because I have never had that.
I've had it. I think it's a very competent rye. I think I preferred the Canadian Club, although I don't quote me on that because I kind of a fuzzy memory on it. But they're both very competent ryes. They're both very good. Like I don't the whole world whiskey of the year thing I thought was way overinflated. It wasn't that good, but it was a very good, competent rye. Like I quite enjoyed it. If you like ryes, like real ryes, not the fake, not Canadian whiskey as some people call them ryes. If you like real ryes, it's very good. But there's also a lot of really good, like Bullet Rye is really good, I thought, and that's probably cheaper than the Crown Royal, though it's a little bit different. It's a little bit more bourbony, if that makes sense. But it's good.
Yeah. Raining on Your Parade has arrived in the chat, and he's giving Chris some congrats for liking Duchess a bit now, I guess. I wasn't there for that one. But, yeah, he's grown into a badass beer drinker. Like, I think I've grown at least as much as Chris. If you watch, like, from where I started on BeerTube into where I am now, my palate and shit. Like,
stop trying to make everything about you.
It's my 1000th video day. It's all about me. Come on.
Well, that being said, your video was very good, Redbeard. I sort of expected the congratulations to be the best part, and then just having to deal with you talking to be the unfortunate part. But actually, your talking wasn't even too bad either. So I enjoyed the video. I enjoyed the video of you destroying that beer bottle. That was just very excessive, but it was quite funny.
Thanks, buddy. It's possibly the nicest
thing
you did.
And I liked you dubbing over Chad. That was funny too.
I thought I did a pretty good job. I sounded just like him.
Actually, I'll be honest. When I first heard it, I'm like, this sounds like Chad with a cold. Like it's pretty accurate. Like
it actually took me a few tries to like get the timing and stuff right. I wrote myself a tiny I opened up Notepad and was watching him talk and like trying to time out what I was writing at the same time. And yeah, it was fun.
And I mean, Lee, I thought had the funniest video. How he just basically told you to fuck off in 1,000 different ways.
It was great. Like again, like that's what I expected, and that's what I got. It was glorious. But that fucking video took 8 hours to render on my fucking laptop.
Oh, I'm not surprised. There's a lot of stuff there, but then Paul's video is I'm just like, wow, that was just so Paul.
That was like right out of left field. Like I was not expecting that one at all. It was like, oh, dude, this is awesome.
That was funny. So.
I put some I don't know. Were you here? I was talking about my cameras thing. The way I did that, I had my GoPro set up in front of me, and I was using my webcam to record the audio through OBS, but also recording the video at the same time. So when I went to edit it, I'm like, I actually got these two different angles, kind of. So I cut it up, and that's how that came about. I'm kind of proud of that. It was fun.
That sounds very exciting.
It took a long fucking time to do all Saturday was basically nothing but editing all day long. All day. And then rendered it when I went to bed. It took 8 hours, woke up, and yeah. Good times. What you cracking open, Mr. Sexton?
Homebrew.
Homebrew what?
Cascade Pale Ale, Cascade homegrown Cascade hops to the homebrew.
Ooh.
This was last year's hop.
So when we were at my dad's today, he was bad-mouthing Janet that she keeps the kitchen window open for her cat, so the cat can come in and down. Because she ain't coming down the stairs with the cat in or out.
Who's Janet?
Janet's my dad's wife.
Okay.
And my dad's like, we live in the middle of a cornfield. There's bears, there's coyotes, there's wolves, there's this, there's that.
Greg.
Sacrifice the goddamn cat, right? I'm like, yeah. Why have now there's a bear in your house? He's like, that's why I have a loaded gun upstairs in case a bear gets it. He just posted a meme. My dad posts memes all day. His meme is, who remembers when you felt safe sleeping with the windows open?
Nice.
And he tagged Janet in it. It's awesome.
Oh, yeah?
That was fun.
Oh, and he has a picture of his Harley before he painted it gold.
You want hardcore on that water over there, Greg?
Yep, I'm drinking a delicious Perrier. I I drank too much last night to have any more beer today. I need to give my liver at least a 1-day break.
Pico is drinking a resin IPA, 103 IBUs and 9.1% alcohol.
103 IBUs?
Okay. Isn't that more than the fucking human mouth can theoretically even?
The human mouth theoretically can handle 100 IBU. Theoretically,
is that what it is?
100 is supposedly the max for the human mouth. If you had alpha fornification, which was the 2,500 IBU beer from Flying Monkeys, it tasted like you were chewing on a stick.
Oh, that's so gross. 2,500? How is that even possible?
There was a lot of hops.
I didn't have that one specifically, but I did have a triple IPA. They made it at a beer fest a few years ago. It was called Dragon something or other. And yeah, that's exactly what it tasted like. Like you were just chewing that beer.
Dragon is.
Yeah, Dragon Slayer, Dragon Killer. I think it was something like that. I'd
like to try one at least once. That'd be kind of neat. You know, I've never chewed a stick, so it'd be interesting.
Well, you could go outside and chew a stick for cheaper.
But what kind of stick? That's the thing. There's so many sticks out there.
Any stick.
I'm assuming something piney. I'd assume.
No, this was just a stick. It was woody.
Oh, just a stick.
Yeah, just
any stick. Any stick.
Just a stick.
All right, man. I'm going for maple.
Go outside with your dog, and the reason the camera's shaking right now is Helga's trying to get me to pet her.
Here, I'll make you feel better. No, my camera shakes. How's that? Good times?
It feels better, yeah. So Colleen used to be scared of Helga because Helga would beat her up, and you know, she drew blood on Colleen a few times. Now Colleen's 6.5 months old and 3 pounds heavier than Helga, and she ain't putting up with her.
Are all the puppies gone, Chad?
All the puppies are gone, sir.
Oh. Well, they were very cute.
They were. Beauty, which was the last one. Beauty was bought by a family that moved down the street from me. And they named her Beauty. They let the kids name her, and they named her Beauty. And she was a fucking hellion. I couldn't wait for her to go, and she was the one that stayed the longest because I kept.
Was she the black one?
Yeah, she was the black one.
Oh, that was a very cute dog, though.
She was here for 2 weeks longer than any of the others because you know they were like, you know, we want the dog, we want this, we want that. We're really, really excited, but we don't want to make it move houses and have its separation anxiety and then move it into a new house again. Can you keep it for the next 2 weeks? I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
Good family? Sure. And, you know, they gave me like almost the entire money for the dog up front. And then they came and gave me the little bit that was left like a week before they came to get it. So, you know, and they came to check on the dog once a week and stuff. So it was great. Whatever, you know, awesome. That dog was such a piece of fucking shit. She was so smart, but so stupid at the same time. The day that Tyson is the name of the last male dog that left the house. Tyson left. Well, somebody bought Tyson. Somebody came and put a $60 deposit down on Tyson. They're like, we're coming on Thursday to get him. Coming on Thursday to get him. Thursday comes, like 8 p.m. comes. They still aren't here. I text them, hey, when are you coming? Oh, soon. 9 p.m., 10 p.m., I'm texting them again. What's going on? They just never showed up. They never showed up at all. It's been like 6 weeks since then. And I sold them to somebody else.
And kept the deposit, I assume.
Oh, yeah. Like, if they had just sent me a message, hey, we've decided we don't want the dog, I would have even given them the fucking deposit back. But I haven't heard from them. They haven't even messaged me back. But
that's on them.
Yeah.
Yep, it's on them.
But so... And it wasn't a big deposit, and I think that's the only reason why they just left it, right? Because it was $60 on a.
Hey man, fucking $60 is $60.
Fuck yeah, I want my $60 back. Redgar Beard could buy 12 IPA, whatever number they're at for that much money.
But so
I'm not getting any more fucking six. I'll tell you right now.
The day Tyson left, and he was sold. She did not piss in the house once. She got it. She went outside every time. She pissed and shit outside. It was amazing. The next day, we would be outside for like 2 hours. We'd come inside, and the second she walked in the door, she'd pop a squat. I was ready to fucking kill her. This dog, at one point, we had the dogs crated. Well, not crated, but we had a pen for them up in the front.
Yeah.
She learned how to fucking scale the dog crates. She would climb the dog crate and then step in between each fucking rung so that she wouldn't fall through, and then jump down. Because we put her in. The dogs escaped. The dogs escaped the fucking pen. We collect them all. We put them in the pen. We put some weight in the crate so the dogs can't push the pen because they were working as a team. The 7 of them would push the crate together to try and get out. They would all work as a team. So we put weight in the crate so they couldn't get out. And so Alicia puts 3 of the dogs in. I put 3 of the dogs in. I go to take a dump. By the time Alicia gets back down to the room, Beauty has chased her down the hall. She's like, how the fuck did you get here? I put you in the fucking pen. So she picks her up, puts her back in the pen, and then hides and watches. And she scales the fucking crate and jumps down. She's like, that dog is scaling the fucking crate. That dog is scaling the crate.
That's funny.
Yeah, so that was Beauty. Beauty was a beaut. It was a beaut. What else? It was Zelda. Zelda was one of the ones that looked like a full mastiff. That was bought by a 20-year-old kid, and he sends me like 6 or 7 pictures a day. So I mean, she's in a good home too.
I'd be really wary. Sorry, I can't talk right now. I'd be very wary selling to somebody that young that a dog's gonna be that big.
Well, he lives with his dad too.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good then.
You were just commented on my fucking video. Call me when you get to 200, and that beat bop background music will either give me a seizure or cause me to murder someone, kill it with fire. And your palette is still shit. Horse Hammer is great. Away with you.
Too bad you didn't send a video. You would have found new ways to tell you to fuck off as well. He's one of those mean-spirited fellas.
I was hoping for one. It would have been fun.
He's right about Thor's hammer. Your pallet's shit.
Ah, man. Like, I don't. Again.
Hey, what was that?
Hey. I did not like that fucking beer at all.
Why are you idiots fighting with the 90-pound fucking Great Pyrenees? Why would you do that? She's bigger than all of you.
Both of you.
I've actually got a bottle left of the 2014 vintage. I'm saving for a special occasion.
Look, crack it open, man. Do it.
She's fucking gigantic now.
Oh fuck! Not right now.
Wait. There she is. There she is.
I'll bring a 2014 beer. 2014 bottle of Thor's Hammer to the next bottle share you're at Red Beer.
There you go. That works. That works. I'm down. Although that makes me never want to go to a bottle share though.
Get out of here.
Well, what? Because everybody's going to tell you you're wrong.
Hey, you say I'm wrong, but it's my fucking mouth. And that's what my mouth thinks. Everybody's different fucking things.
But it's not our fault. You're both stupid though.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
God, what is that?
Asshole.
Oh, the Bud Light Lemonade Radler.
Speaking of licking assholes, there's the Bud Light Lemonade Radler.
Jesus.
Actually, no, Lemonade Radler. It wasn't that bad, but it wasn't as good as the grapefruit one.
No, that's what I hear.
I had a Bud Light on tap yesterday because it was $2, and I thought it was a good idea. It wasn't, even at $2.
So
$2.
I was at the wedding, and I will give this. This is the Arn Pryor motherfucking Civic Center, okay? The Arn Pryor motherfucking Civic Center. So when I got married, I got married at the Legion. I got married at the, not the Legion. Where was it? It was another one of the fucking halls. But we got married when me and my ex-wife got married. We got married at one of the halls. Well, we had a reception at one of the halls in Elmer. And my buddy went up to the bar and he asked if they had any craft beer, and they said no. And then he said, "Do you have any imports?" And they said, "We have Kokanee." So that's what that place was.
That's considered an import.
Apparently, in Elmer, that's considered an import. Now we go to Arn Pryor, the fucking armpit of Ontario, and I walk up and I'm like, "I'll have any beer at all. I don't care." They're like, "What do you mean you don't care?" I'm like, I just don't care. You're not going to have anything I want anyway, so just any beer." And the one bartender looks at me and goes, "Do you like the craft beers?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, we have this." They had the entire lineup from fucking Whitewater Brewing. So they're like, we have Legion Lager, we have Farmer's Daughter, we have Farmer's Daughter Melons, we have Midnight Paddler, and he's going on. He's like, we have like a 12-pack of each of them.
Huh?
I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. And I go, okay, I'll take any one of these.
Even on your wedding night, you had a date with a farmer's daughter.
I had a date with a farmer's daughter while I was with my fiance. Yes. So he gives me the first beer he gives me is the Legion Lager, and I come back with my next ticket, and they were $4.50 drink tokens. So everybody's buying fucking Bud and Bud Light and all that. I'm buying the craft beer for the same price in a fucking 500 milliliter can. I'm getting the fucking best fucking deal. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, that's
like, they're sending me away with 2 cups because they can't fit it in 1 cup each time, and everybody else gets the 1 cup with their bottle in it, right? And they're paying the same fucking ticket price, so I'm okay with that. But
this wasn't an open bar?
No. You can't have an open bar with fucking hicks. You're going to go broke. It's just the way it is. What I figure I want to do is, wherever I have my reception, I kind of want to do a cash bar as well, but charge very, very little. Like, find out how much it's going to cost you to buy everything. And then charge, so you only make like 50 cents a drink, and then you still make a little bit of money and get your buddies to be the bartenders. Like, if this beer cost me $2, it's $2.50 for the beer. You know, like, still not. It's not bad. I don't think it's bad.
No, I don't think so.
But anyway, so I go up to the window with my next ticket. And I go, this is going to sound weird, but I was raised by old Irish people. Can you take a couple of each can out of the fridge and leave them on the back counter? Like, what do you mean? I'm like, I like my beer warm. Yeah, I like my beer warm. I don't like it cold. He's just looking at me like I'm on crack, but he did it.
Chad, do you have any Polish people coming to your wedding, or do you suspect they will?
Maybe.
Because I'm telling you, I'm Polish, and I know most Polish people, if they went to a wedding, and I don't care what the price is, I don't care if you charge a penny a beer. If it's a cash bar, they'll pay it because they still want to get drunk, but they will just take it directly out of your wedding gift. They'll just be like, nope, this is not going to the bar. That's how Polacks operate.
Nice.
Greg, you and Paul would be my only Polacks. Maybe Lizak.
Yeah, well,
I got some.
It's coming out of your gift.
Zodiac. That's a nice one.
This one's really good.
I have so many beers to get through still, too. I have like 1 week left. I have this Thursday and this Friday off, and then I'm moving. So I need to get some people here Thursday and Friday, and I have to get through some beers. I have to at least empty that fridge. That fridge has 30 beers in it. We have to get through the 30.
That cool fridge that they gave that to you, didn't they?
Yes, they did, sir.
They gave you one, and they gave Rod J one.
Yep.
Oh my God, there's a lot of there's a few other people that I follow that they all get the same fucking.
Yeah.
They must have.
Like I saw. I think it was I think it was Chad's video. Like Rod J didn't really give them like as much criticism, I guess. I don't know if you're still in the chat, but Rod J, if you're here, I'm not trying to fucking bitch about you, man. I love you. But I know when Chad said did you say with the door should have the LEDs on like the door?
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Having it on top and it's not going to light up all the way down. Like that's just kind of and it's so big, it takes up room in the inside.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? You can't use that top shelf as much.
Yeah, the door lighting would be better.
Even when I get a beer for free to review, I try to be as honest as I can, right? Like I don't care if you gave it to me for free or not. I'm not giving you all just props to be props. This is what I feel about this product. This product is a nice product. The price isn't that bad. It looks great. These are the things I don't like about it.
Yeah.
Would I have still bought it if I had the money to buy a fucking just beer fridge to have as a beer fridge? Yeah, I probably would have bought it because there was nothing wrong with it. I like the glass door fridges and this and that, but these are the things that I don't like about it.
And what's the price on it?
I think it would have been like $250 for that.
It's actually pretty pricey from what I've seen, like comparing to other fridges of the same size.
Well, I mean, my cheapo Walmart fridge that I have, I think cost. I think it was like $130. I mean, if you want to say with a little more bells and whistles, I guess that's not that much more.
No, well, that's the thing, right? It has the bells and whistles. It has the glass door. It has the chrome. It looks good. It's not running on Freon. It's on that like Cyclone or whatever the fuck, Cyclotone or whatever the fuck it's called.
Is that better? It's more environmentally friendly. Is that what you said there? Yeah. Okay, I didn't know.
It's not one of those big corporations, right? New Air is a family-run company in California.
It's funny because years ago, I remember like my boss wanted to actually bring some old fridge to the junkyard, and he had me basically take a hammer and axe and bust through the Freon line so we could all just leak out, so we could like give it to like you, so we could junk it without having to pay for it.
Yeah, I remember in auto class having to do sort of the same thing. You know, we need to take this air conditioner out. Somebody go and open it up, and we're all going to leave the auto shop.
Yeah. I just kept hitting the fucking line with the hammer until I heard a sound, and, and then just walk away.
Yeah, you walk away as fast as you can.
Yeah,
I heard this.
It's like when I lit that firework in the
best part was the teacher did not tell the auto mechanics teacher did not tell the rest of the class what I was doing. I was the tutor in the class. I was the guy that, like, when I lived in Ottawa, I did all the auto mechanics courses, and when I moved to Arnprior, I had more auto mechanics courses under my belt than that school offered. So they had me as a tutor in the class, right, as like a teacher's helper. And he goes, Chad, go and take that off so that we can get the air conditioner off. Okay. So I go and take it off, and I walk out of the classroom because it's fucking Freon just going everywhere in the fucking bay, right? Yeah, I'm going to go out in the hall and just drink some water and this and that and, wait. Go back in about 20 minutes. He didn't tell anybody else. They were all in there, and they all got high out of their minds with headaches and shit like that. Yeah. So they're all going to have weird cancer, and I'm not.
You enjoy your weird cancer. I am weird cancer.
I'm sure you'll find other ways to give yourself cancer, Chad. Sure. You eat a lot of weird shit.
You got a weird can top going on there. Is it like bent at some point there? It looks like.
Me?
Yeah. Oh, the way you were holding your can, it looked like the top was smashed for a second.
Oh no, that was great though. That one that blew up on me and Brian and Pooperifico.
Oh. That was great.
Yeah.
Boom! Top of the can's gone.
Where they put instantly that can was all cans were pulled from the shelves. I'm imagining the staff just brought them all home, and it was nothing but on tap at the brewery from then on. Which made me kind of sad because it was pretty fucking tasty. Aside from that issue.
I thought it was hysterical. And I thought it was more hysterical that they contacted Brian and not me. I'm the one that bought it. I'm the one that drank. But Brian's the one they contacted.
Yeah. Well, he got on Instagram with that one.
Oh, that's right. He did go and cry about it. I thought it was funny.
It was hilarious. And then Boris randomly out of nowhere. It's like,
oh my God, it's beer!
Free beer! It's like,
but Boris was behind the three of us, right? Like he was behind us. All of a sudden, he just pops up and comes down between us.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was good stuff.
Hey, what's going on there? You know what? You know what? I'm going to send you a link. You always send me a link. You're probably doing your thing right now, but I'm going to send you a link anyway. Get you to come in for a bit, and I'll probably join you when I'm done for a bit before I go to bed, because I have to get up with Alicia and drop off some stuff for our house, and I have to be up for the time the walkthrough happens.
I have to be up by 5 p.m. tomorrow. It's pretty rough.
PM?
Yeah.
5 p.m.
Jesus.
Fuck you, man.
I have to be up for 8.
Fucking jag off.
Well, no, come on. I have to go do some. I do have to go do a job. It's going to take like an hour or so, and then I'm done for the day. It's a rough day tomorrow. Rough day.
There you go. You have a link, sir.
Actually, all this week is not bad, except for, like, of course, Wednesday. I fucking work out of town. Of course.
You suck.
Yeah, I know I do.
Never have a fucking night off, asshole.
You poor thing.
Although, you know what? Like, I'm pretty sure, like, I'm hoping that you guys are going to agree that this IPA is not what it could have been. But, yeah.
Our opinion is going to be invalid without you trying to tell us we're wrong.
Which IPA are we talking about?
6.
IPA number 6.
IPA number 6. I haven't had that one yet.
Yeah, Ashley sent me a can of it.
Well, here's the question.
They dropped the ball.
Which brewery should I try and get the wedding at? Remembering that
obviously somewhere relatively
Niagara Brewing Company.
Remembering that we're both going to be living in Welland at the time.
Okay, so I'm assuming that you're going to want to basically serve the beer from that brewery at the wedding.
Possibly, but I could get a special occasions permit and bring in other beer.
Okay, because I'm just saying, I was going to say, because Oast House has a really, really nice menu, but
I do have enough connections.
See, I could serve just Oast House beer was my whole thing.
I could get Brimstone for nothing. I could probably get Oast House for nothing.
Silversmith was nice.
Silversmith's nice, but I wouldn't. They're not big enough. They're not big enough
the actual wedding at Brimstone, you know?
Well, they're going under construction. Well, they are under construction.
No, he's talking about he's talking about
is...
Silversmith. But yeah, I could have the actual wedding at Brimstone. That could be intriguing.
Yeah, but any place this is like a year from now or so, probably in the future. So, you know, construction and stuff probably isn't going to be an issue if it's happening right now.
Yeah, when are you planning to have your wedding anyway?
We haven't talked about that yet.
I haven't talked about it. Well, yeah,
we're still waiting. I still have to wait for my divorce certificate to come in.
Yeah, true. I mean, if you're having, you have to wait a while anyway.
Christy signed the papers for the application of divorce in July. So those would have dropped on a judge's desk in August, and they could be anywhere from 1 week to 6 months before he signs them. Because she is unemployed, right? So she can petition for the divorce for no cost. So she petitioned for the divorce at no cost. I'm not going to fight that. You get the petition sent through. I'm signing it because I don't want to be married to you anymore. So we're at that point, right? Like, I'm good with that.
Yeah, she's not putting it anymore.
Even if she was, I wouldn't want that. I had no fun with that at all.
I imagine you did a while ago, but
no, I didn't. I'm gonna post some stuff in the sidebar here so I don't get in trouble. But
anyway, well, that was meant as a joke. Still. Yeah, I know.
Fucking UFC match going behind you.
Well, so when are you moving out? Is it next week that you're moving out of the old house?
Yeah, Tuesday.
The end of White's Tavern.
Yeah, right at the new place. Hardwood or carpet?
Hardwood, upstairs, carpet in the basement, but I'm going to change the carpet.
Oh yeah.
Are you gonna have?
Here we go. Okay, we're talking about adding a second bathroom because it has one bathroom. There's going to be fucking 3 girls in the house and myself, and when my kids are over, there's going to be 4 girls and 3 guys. So
I'm just thinking it'd be nice to have like some padding under your dog's feet behind you, so that it's.
I want to know if there's going to be a new White's Tavern.
There's going to be something going on. I have plans. Don't worry.
What is this? I don't know.
White's Tavern is the basement. The basement is where we used to do the reviews and all that.
Gotcha. I don't know how to name it.
It's a 4-bedroom house with a 3-season sunroom. The 3-season sunroom is going to become the games room.
With some potentially terribly placed flags over the windows?
Yes. The backyard is not gigantic, but it's a fair-sized yard at the same time. Welland has 2 things, right? You either have a good piece of property or you have a horrible piece of property. We have the horrible piece of property, but the horrible piece of property still has an okay yard compared to what a lot of other places have in other cities.
How far is it from where you are now?
Like 15, 20 minutes.
Okay, cool.
But if you're driving down from, say, North Bay, it's probably about the same because you're going to go down a little bit different. You're not going to come into Niagara.
Are you on a main drag like you are now?
I am off of East Main Street, and East Main Street is where all the fun people are.
Oh, sweet.
All the fun people, like the guy that dresses up like Deadpool and walks up and down the street, the guy that picks up the dead squirrel and beats it on a sign for 25 minutes, the guy, fuck off!
Like, dude, I gotta give you props. I would have done that like fucking 20 minutes ago.
You know what? They've been home alone for 3 days, basically.
Fair enough.
I've had my friend Wendy and her husband. They've been coming over. They came over twice a day. Because they were off this whole weekend and they were here in the falls doing things. So they would come over twice a day and let them play for like 3 hours at a time. And then my neighbor would come in 2 times a day to just let them out.
That's cool.
So it's not like they were alone.
But they missed you.
They've been alone for 3. When I came home, Boris was doing 5-foot vertical jumps when he saw me.
Nice.
Like he was kissing me in my face, but coming straight up to do it.
I want to see how next time get that on camera. That'd be cool to see.
I almost set up a camera before I let them outside because I thought it was going to be amazing. And Colleen, the 85-pound motherfucking 6.5-month-old Great Pyrenees was leaping off the ground.
Nice. I got to randomly say, there's nothing wrong with having a Deadpool walk in Rendertown. That's actually pretty cool.
It is and it isn't at the same time. Because
I can imagine it being a fucking pretty weird guy that would do that, but
yeah.
I don't know. Like in Toronto, there's like randomly a Facebook page I follow. It's Toronto Batman, He's like a guy that walks up.
I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think the Deadpool is the same guy that walks around in the Spider-Man suit. I think it is. I don't know for sure. So Lachlan works at Artistic Impressions. He's the manager at Artistic Impressions. It's on East Main Street. He lives above it. I am right there, basically. I am feet away. I'm basically the same distance away from the 7-Eleven, the only 7-Eleven in Welland. I am the same distance away as I am from here to the 7-Eleven here. That 7-Eleven in Welland has fucking deep fryers. I am going to fucking 7-Eleven every fucking night I get off work. Alicia already, you need to get working out. Alicia has a psychology degree and all that. She understands my brain shit, my personality disorder and all that. She's like, you need to get back working out. You need to get back on your diet because.
So remember all the work you put in, right? Like, don't be tempted by the deep fryer.
It's not even tempted by that. For the last 2.5 months, I've been under severe stress and I haven't been doing a lot of the stuff I used to do.
No, fair enough. You're telling me about that.
She's been like, we need to get you back on it. She goes, you had no problems at all while you were on it. We need to get you back there. So
more videos of you with that fucking ridiculous mace thing.
Yeah. I have a 45-pound mace out in the garage.
Nice.
But so yeah, she's getting me back on track. Again, it's weird to be with somebody that actually understands my shit, embraces what I like, and wants to be there. But again, we both had crushes on each other in high school, and just.
I'm jealous of your happiness. I'll say it.
We found each other 18 years later. Apparently, she knew I was here. She knew I was here. She's like, yeah, I knew you were.
So she was stalking you this whole time.
She was. She's like, I knew you were married, and she told me I found out you were married, and I was.
That's both romantic and creepy at the same time.
I was sad that you were married. Is what she said. And then I'm like, yeah, I had a crush on you in high school too. And she goes, did anyone know? I go, yeah, your cousin. She goes, what the fuck? Why didn't he say anything to me?
Again, like when I first saw that, like I didn't realize the whole like you guys have known each other because I just like it's like I knew Chad was in a relationship for like a month or so, and then all of a sudden Chad was engaged. I was like, whoa, buddy, whoa!
I was in a relationship for a lot longer than Facebook says. It wasn't Facebook official on my side. She made it Facebook official, but I never accepted it because I didn't want my ex-wife at the time to see it. And then once she was no longer on that type of stuff anymore with me, then I made it Facebook official.
How long was it actually?
We've been together for like 3 months now. Which again doesn't sound like long, but
yeah, it's still pretty quick, dude. No, don't take it the wrong way. But I'm just saying,
you know what? It's one of those things where when you know, right? And like I said, I was with Christy for 14 years. I've never felt this way about Christy. Like, and after Christy, I was with 18 different women before Alicia, and I never felt anything for any of them. I was just with them to be with them.
They're soulmates, baby, soulmates.
Aww.
All right.
Well, you know what? Sometimes you just know. Like when I was with Neely. I mean, I waited a year, but it was a no-brainer.
Yeah, her family
never got to that point, but I never got actually married. But
is it no-brainer just the way that your brain works, Nick? I love you, man. I'm kidding.
Shut the fuck up.
Her family.
Come on.
Like I said, her family's all been in long-term relationships, and her family is always like all of her family, her uncles and all that. They got with their significant other very quickly. Like they proposed in 2 months and 3 months and stuff like that. And they've been together for 40 years, 50 years, all that shit, right? Like you
hear that stories all the time where like people they met yesterday, they got married, like back in the 40s, they met and then they got married like in World War II because they never thought they'd see each other again.
You know, I sit there and I think about it, right?
And of course they're still together like 60 years later, that shit.
Yeah, you sit there and you think about it, and what I came up with is, like with Christy, I was with her for 1.5 years before I proposed. I proposed for 2 reasons. One, because I was in full swing BPD and I was afraid of being alone. And 2, we were together for 1.5 years already, and that's just the next step. And I've come up with this idea that the longer you wait, I think the less likely it is to last, because it's kind of like you're trying to convince yourself it's going to work.
No, like again, like like what Nick was just saying, like a lot of relationships, it's for whatever reason nowadays it's a lot less common for people to be together for a long time than it used to be, because like divorce back then was almost like,
no, you can find somebody on the fucking internet now, right?
Well,
like, you can just go on the internet and be like, hey, I can find 15 people to fuck tonight.
Yeah, back then you got divorced or something, and your friends might kind of shun you or something. Like nobody got divorced way back when. You know what I mean? It was like,
I never should have waited.
Like
I should have just got a. I never should have waited. I should have just done a civil ceremony to get to finish it off. Just.
Dude,
okay, I'm getting depressed now.
Could have won a man like the past the past. Yeah.
No.
Shit happened, and it's not.
5 years later, I still miss her. So it's. I mean, some people mean something to you.
Dude, like fuck you. I'd hope you miss her a bit for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? Like, but you know, it's like it's one of those things where you gotta just kind of keep on keeping on, kind of thing.
It also doesn't mean. It also doesn't
what is this basement beer reviews?
Hey man,
it also doesn't mean block yourself for the rest of your life from finding somebody else.
Yeah, like
either you can still miss her and be with somebody else, and you're not. There's no betrayal there.
Yeah, and that I wish as fat as I am, I wish I could find somebody I could fuck.
You can find somebody else. You have to make an effort. When's the last time you attempted to talk to a woman?
Are you on Plenty of Fish?
No.
Yeah, are you on Plenty of Fish? Are you on Tinder? Are you all that?
I don't join Tinder or Plenty of Fish because I still live at home with my folks.
I didn't even know that. I did not know that until
there's a lot of women out there that live with their folks too.
You know,
I've been living here since Neely passed away.
Nick, I'm going to tell you this right now. When I was really looking into when New Brunswick was Plan C, when it was still a fairly high plan, I went onto the Plenty of Fish and set up and just looked in St. John, and there is a lot of women that still live with their folks too.
Yeah, for sure there are.
And again, are you financially able to move out if you wanted to, kind of thing? Like, are you what? Well, I'm sorry. I to try to like you're living at home since that happened, so it's still kind of there in your head. I don't know. Like, I feel like maybe you having a new place might help, kind of kickstart the new Nick or something. I don't know. I like Happy Nick. I guess what I'm trying to say. I love Happy Nick.
I love
Nick. Yeah, Nick is great. Nick's the best. And actually, speaking I was going to say, my uncle Jim, he actually lived on the farm with his mom and dad, my grandpa and grandpa, my grandma and grandpa, and like until they and he died, kind of thing. Like he never ever moved out for whatever reason, but he was an awesome fucking guy. Like I never had anything against him because of that. So like you saying, like I feel like you could still, get with a little something if you needed to, wanted to.
A little something.
A little something.
No,
there's no doubt that living
I don't think I would be here if I couldn't afford to.
Well, but again, you obviously have your own kind of area in the house. Like,
down here.
And again, like I said, I didn't know until right now. I never would have known that you were in like the basement of your parents' place. Basically, I'm assuming.
It's just one of those things you grow up thinking like I was bullied as a kid, so you try to not to reveal too much about yourself to some people.
Yeah,
so
I've had.
I don't let it on that I've been living here, but anybody who's been following my channel since the beginning would have known that I moved back with my folks back in 2013 when Neely passed away. I mean, we had her place to ourselves, but after she died, I've been here ever since.
No, fair enough.
But I don't really necessarily want to be here anymore when it just comes down to finances.
Well, no, again, like I have had to move back into my mom's basement twice in my life since like moving out. There's been like two times where the one time it was like I had this massive stupid. I was living in the basement. It was like a townhouse type place, and there was bedrooms up top. The basement wasn't supposed to be a bedroom, is what the lease said, kind of thing. But they let me move in. The basement was my bedroom, and the laundry was also down there. And I told them like the basement door had a lock, and I'm like, the only time I will ever lock that door is if I have either have a girl down here or I really, really need some sleep, and I'm like, please don't do laundry right now. And like the one time I ever did it, was I had worked until like noon that day, started like noon at midnight that night, and like stupid, gross fucking hood fan Chinese stuff until like noon. I got home. I'm like, I'm going to bed. I need to sleep. No laundry. Lock the door. 1 hour later, I wake up to just like pounding, and I was living with 2 girls, and the girl that was like basically in charge of the place, like she was just losing her shit. Like, I need to do laundry. You cannot lock this door. Like, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna start packing right now. And like, I'm just like, I can't. I'm like, fuck you. That was fucking horrible. And I have nowhere to go. Mom,
I don't get that. I don't get that here.
Yeah, but no, yeah, but when I moved back in with my mom, I could stay there as long as I wanted. Didn't have to pay rent. You know, like just fucking like, my mom is amazing. And then it happened again. When this place was being made, actually, when my boss initially bought the building, he was like, yeah, you know, give me like 2 or 3 months and we'll have this all ready for you. So I moved out of my other place, and I'm like, Mom, can I move back in for like a couple months? It ended up being over a year before this place was ready. So by the end of that, I was like very much, well, and again, at my mom's house, I did not have like what you have. I had like my room, and that was it, which was nice enough. I had my TV and stuff and video games, but like, yeah, I was at the point where I needed my own home again. So
yeah, I pretty much have this whole quarter of the basement to myself, and a spot over on the other side of the house where over by the water pump where the cellar is. I've got a beer fridge and a cellar for my beer, so I can age some stuff.
That's cool. Well, again, it's like you say you're living with your parents, but at the same time you've got a lot more of. You're basically in like an apartment in your parents' home. It seems like to me. Like,
yeah,
it's a lot better than I have.
It's not mine, and I wish that it was kind of thing. But I also it comes down to what I can afford.
I get it, man, for sure.
I gotta stop going on beer trips in May. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I don't even know if there's going to be a bottle like a beer fest next year or not.
If I'm still here living in Welland, there will be. That's,
yeah, this was all hinging on like Chad.
Thanks for costing me more money, Chad.
Chad moving and like not being in a good way, and like if he's like with this new girl and happy and all this, like yeah,
you know, I'm actually
good. She might not like beer, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean she's.
Well, I mean, if you guys have watched the most recent video I had posted, she's in 2 of them. The 2 that I posted from the Welly Cask Fest, and cool. she doesn't like beer, and she went to a fucking beer festival with me. Yeah. And I'm like, why did you come here if you don't like beer? She goes, look, I don't know what your ex-wife was like, but I just want to be with you. And if this is where you are, this is where I want to be.
I just noticed Ashley kind of failed. He muted the mic before he started the tips. Failed, buddy. Failed.
6 ton went to 6.
I was hoping for at least a little bit of distracting crunchiness. Come on.
It's not chips. It's crackers and cheese.
Ooh, I got some jalapeno Gouda in the fridge.
Smoked Gouda, baby.
Jalapeno, any kind of like does Monterey Jack.
I got Alicia's mom. She came into our hotel room, and I'm like, we stopped at Maple Dale Cheese, which is anytime I went home to visit my family, we would stop at Maple Dale Cheese. They do cheese curds. They're the best cheese curds in Ontario. They're fucking cheap as fuck when you buy it right.
Where they go? Thornlow or whatever the hell it is.
Fuck you. Maple Dale Cheese, man. Maple Dale Cheese. And they're cheap as fuck when you buy them right from the factory. So you walk in. I walked in. I bought 2 bags of fresh curd. I bought a bag of garlic curd, and I bought a bag of garlic dill curd. And I bought a fucking brick of ghost pepper cheddar. And I was super excited to find ghost pepper cheddar. And her mom hates spicy, but she loves cheese. So she comes into the room, and I'm having her try the cheese curds, and she's like, "Oh, these are really good. These are really good. These are really." No, her family actually loves me. Her family is just as sarcastic and bitchy as my family.
We've already been through this. They need the albino.
Yeah, they need an albino in the family because I'm the only spectrum of skin tone they don't have. So they sit. She's in there and she's trying all the cheese curds. She's like, "These are really good." I'm like, "You want to try some really nice aged cheddar?" She's like, "Sure." So I break her off a piece. I make sure there's actually ghost pepper in it. And I give it to her. She puts it in her mouth, she starts chewing, and she's like, "You fucking rat bastard!"
Okay, this is the second thing you're talking about today that you should have filmed, man. That would be great.
I know. If she would have known something was up.
That's awesome.
Her son is like me, so if I had turned on a camera, she would have known something was up. But she spits it in the garbage can and she yells, "Alicia, I'm beating your boyfriend."
Nice.
What do you mean? And then she actually hit me with a shoe. It was good. No, she did slap me. She slapped me several times so far in the 3 months I've been with this girl. She has no problem beating Alicia's boyfriend. No problem at all.
Hey.
Actually, Alicia was angry. Alicia was angry because we were at the wedding and I got mentioned in 2 different speeches and she didn't get mentioned in any of them. She's like, "You're not even related to them, and they mentioned you twice."
Anyway, I think I'm gonna head out for the night.
Alrighty, sir. You have a lovely evening.
Take it easy. And I guess the next time I'll see you is when you're alone doing a live stream or a BDU from the new place.
Hopefully. Well, I'm here this week, Thursday and Friday, and then next week's my move. Either I'm moving to her place if Chrissy doesn't sign, or I'm moving to my new house. Her place is a triplex that her parents bought a triplex and they took the walls down, so it's a giant fucking house with like 8 bedrooms. And her brother, his wife, and his kid live in the upstairs. Alicia and her kids live on the main floor, and the parents live in the basement, which is the 3 different levels of the triplex. So it's awesome because it's family living, but at the same time you have all your own space.
It's kind of cool.
Nice. That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you decide maybe you do like a BDU on Thursday or Friday, then sure.
Yeah, I think Alicia's here Thursday and Friday, but she has always said that if we want to do a BDU, she'll just sit back there on her computer and come over and harass us every once in a while. So
this fucking BDU. I mean, yeah, we've been doing beer analysis and everything on Wednesday nights, but if you usually did a BDU on Thursdays,
I've had a lot of stuff going on, and she's always been there. And it wasn't that we were trying to avoid it, because we kept saying, "Hey, let's do it this night," and then we'd find something to do.
Yeah,
and then we were going to do one on the Cask night, the Cask Fest night. If we didn't get tickets to Cask Fest, we were going to do a BDU that night. She's like, "Let's just you just do your podcast thingy, and I'll play on my laptop, and when you're done, we can do whatever we're doing." I'm like, okay, but like I said, that's the greatest thing is this girl actually embraces the shit I do.
That's cool, man.
Neely was like that.
It's awesome.
This thing, Lisa, she's pretty accepting over that kind of shit.
Yeah. Well, like I said, again, she's a psych major too.
With Christy, she used to just hide. You just have to hide in the basement from her.
Yeah. And she didn't like when I did any of it.
Yeah. Oh, it showed, man. Like when you used to do BDUs, remember all the times that the kids would be using their tablets and shit, and she knew that it would cause problems with the stream. She didn't give a fucking shit.
I would tell you what I think, but I don't want to get Chad in trouble, so I'll just keep my mouth shut for now.
Yeah, I'm probably already in trouble. If her name's been brought up, I'm probably in trouble.
All right. Well, I'm gonna head out and.
Alrighty, sir. Have a good night.
Cheers, man.
See you next time you do something, and I'll see you guys. See the rest of you who join on Wednesday, and Chad, of course, if you want to come on Wednesday, you're more than invited.
I might be able to come the Wednesday after I move because I'm off for movement stuff, but it all matters if my internet's set up by then.
All right. I think for beer analysis, was it next week? I think we agreed to do Crafty Radler from Pump House.
I have that one in the fridge if I'm available for it.
All right. Well, yeah, you better be.
What's this week's?
This week's is IPA number 6.
Oh, good. I'm actually looking forward to trying that one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, Nicholas, have a lovely evening.
All right.
Lovely.
Let me know if you're around.
Alrighty. I'm going to leave Drunken One in charge for a second because I got to go pee.
All right. Talk to you guys later. Cheers.
Drunken One, should we take all our shirts off?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to, I guess.
I kind of feel like Nick left because he was feeling depressed, and I really don't like that. I don't know if it's just me, but Nick seemed like he was getting a little bit depressed there when he left. I don't like that.
Yeah, he really did. Yeah, I think we brought back some old memories. Maybe he didn't want to rehash. Well,
he was bringing it up as well, and just kind of talking about it and stuff, and kind of, I don't know. I want him to work through all that. I love the fucking guy, man. Like I want him.
Yeah, Nick's a good guy. I had no idea that he was staying with his folks like that. I mean, not that it makes a difference.
No,
but,
again, like that. Not like I lost. I did not lose. Like I don't have a whole lot of respect for him to begin with. Jokey. I didn't lose any. You know what I mean? I'm hoping he's still watching now, so I can make jokes at his expense. But I know, like again, like I just said, I've had to move back in with my parents fucking twice, and
well, I mean, I live on the same property as my father, but I still pay rent, and this place has probably been paid for the last 2 years, but I'm still paying rent. So I ain't no love amongst the family for sure. I think I'm paying for the whole 10 acres.
That's just crazy at that point. Come on now. My God, man.
Right? It's just a mobile home, for God's sakes, You can buy a brand new one for $40,000. Shit. I don't know. Whatever. I said, when do the payments end? He says, when I die. I said, when are you going to die? He's 74 years old and still making it around.
74 is nothing these days.
That's all good. Another hip replacement dad for real? Aren't you getting tired? That ain't right. I take all that back. I'm sorry. That wasn't right. So what are we drinking now?
I'm still working on my Zodiac.
I'm still doing my Joe impression and drinking water.
There you go. I just finished off, and it's all right. It's not all that. It's called 3rd Street Brew House, called Hop Lift. Pardon the lighting. Hop Lift. I don't know if you ever heard of it, seen it.
Never heard of it before.
Yeah, I don't even know where it's from, to be honest. It's a 6.2 IPA in a 16-ounce can. It's all right. It's not terrible, but it's not awesome. My girl picked me up 4 of them for $9.99 or whatever it was.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's all right. Still working on trying to get that stupid little laptop getting 10, but it's really slow. So I'm going to have to play with it another day, maybe. That's what I've been fighting the whole time I've been quiet. I thought it was doing it, and then it stopped doing it, and it's moving really slow. Are you eating dog treats, Chad? Again?
I'm eating hot pepperette.
Yeah.
Whenever Chad is eating something in a chat, it's always pepperettes.
Usually.
Pretty much always pepperettes. Randomly, I watched Solo last night. Anybody seen that yet?
No.
Yep.
It was really, actually, I watched it on Lee's recommendation. And I fucking enjoyed the hell out of that movie. It was not like a Star Wars movie, really. It was like, it was, but wasn't. I don't know. It had like something about it. Just, it was really, really enjoyable. I liked it.
Yeah, well, you know what? I think the first thing I will say about it is it's 100% an unnecessary movie. There's no reason for it to be made.
For sure.
I don't really care what the, I don't really care what the, what the origin of Han Solo is.
I like the Kessel Run, how they kind of they did that. Yeah, pretty well.
Basically everything you threw in there, and I don't know. I know the movie flopped, so like you can tell they set it up for a sequel. Whether it actually happens or not, probably not, because the movie didn't do so well. But so far the standalone Star Wars movies are much better. Like I liked Episode 7, okay, but I wasn't blown away by it. I go back and forth on 8. There's a lot of things I like about the movie. A lot of things
Rogue One, like you're saying, the side thing. Rogue One was great.
Rogue One is the best Star Wars movie that's not Empire Strikes Back.
Aside from the fucking Carrie Fisher not looking really like that great at the end and stuff, but that like tiny nitpicky things, you know what I mean? But it was good. It was very good.
You know what? I liked it. I say, bring on the CG. And the beauty of it is in future releases, Blu-ray, extra Blu-ray, 8K Blu-ray, 12K Blu-ray, future releases, they can update that CG and make it look better.
Oh, for sure.
It's like if you watch the original Jabba the Hutt CG for Star Wars New Hope Special Edition, the Jabba the Hutt that came out in 1997 when that movie was released, and then the latest version, it's like a night and day difference. Like how much because they keep updating the CG. I think they've updated it like 2 or 3 times.
No, like the only things I'll watch for those ones are the despecialized. I must have told you about this before. There's a group out there, and they've went and found like all of the original footage from like the theatrical releases for the first 3 movies and have put them into like 1080p Blu-ray fucking quality, and they are glorious. Like I grew up and I probably watched the theatrical versions like at one time when I was younger, but then the special editions came out, and that was like all I watched again and again. I remembered them, and to rewatch like even A New Hope and the theatrical version, the score is different. The whole feel of the movie is different, man. I watched it, and it was like watching it for the first time in a good way. It was fucking glorious. They're big. They're like fucking at least 10 gigabytes each to download.
Yeah,
but
if they're gonna be that good quality. But you know what? I don't care.
Hey, we're gonna keep chatting, guys, but we're gonna go offline. So goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye now.